Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, featuring today a 1 vs 1 on a Langres. Yes, indeed, a Langres. We shall be seeing two forces opposing. It shall be Melville Millionaires, aka Inverse, and XcomReborn. XcomReborn fighting as the 1st Infantry Division, and Melville Millionaires, aka Inverse, fighting as the 352nd Infantry Division with some other minor elements. And oh dear, XcomReborn here clearly being a very rude and vulgar person. Granted, Inverse himself is not exactly a bucket of fluffy kittens either, but he tends to be a lot less vulgar about it and perhaps also a bit more controlled. We're seeing a Jeep start up from XcomReborn. It also looks like he's focusing rather heavily on the western part of the map. That is his side of the road. Same being with Inverse, although he's actually already getting ready to cross over there and secure some territory there as well. So quite interesting. First unit also on the way from his Wehrmacht quarters. And clearly these two fellows don't like each other. A bit of very bad sportsmanship right there from XcomReborn. There we go. Jeep rolling out for Uncle Sam. Points being secured. Troops moving out, and there we go. The first Volksgrenadier squad on the move. Los geht's, schnell, schnell. Jeep coming under a bit of rifle fire there. Engineer securing, not entirely sure what he was hoping to do there. Perhaps he was hoping to draw off Inverse a bit there, sort of forcing Melville or Inverse there to keep his forces nearby in case the Jeep goes straight for the Pioneers or whatever. Bit of a question there, of course. Certainly a bit unsure about it. Engineers are coming under fire from the Volksgrenadiers inside the building. Jeep pushing up there against the Pioneers. Not entirely sure why the Engineers are moving up there. And there we go. Volksgrenadiers relocating. Rifleman squad is on the way and just arriving right about now. Volksgrenadiers are out of cover now. One engineer shot in the gut, rolling in pain and blood. Hoping for some medical aid. There we go. XcomReborn's riflemen are moving up. The Jeep taking some light damage, nothing really serious. Same could be said about the Pioneers and the Volksgrenadiers. We are seeing a second Volksgrenadier squad moving up, thus giving Inverse the initial advantage right here. What we are seeing moving up there, whatever shall Inverse do in reaction though? Pulling up in cover and pulling up behind one building. Second Rifleman squad is on the way. Jeep taking light damage, trying to get some Pioneers, almost down to half health for them. Inverse could in this situation lay down some barbed wire right there, ensure no one can rush up right there, or perhaps here. I mean, there's lots of opportunities right there for barbed wire to sort of strengthen these positions, makes them a lot less rushable by the enemy. And Sergio also to note there's actually a bit of distance between these two positions, meaning, it's going to be very difficult for either to support that, and that one's definitely going to be the more exposed, since that one is not in a building. And of course, it's an easier target, it's easier to surround, it's also easier to flank, because again, this is going to be out of cover very easily. This one you're not going to happen with quite easily. And there we go. We are seeing XcomReborn going for the more exposed Volksgrenadier squad, pushing in, full force, full fury. Jeep moving in, up behind, Riflemen moving up in the front. Volksgrenadiers going down. Riflemen are also suffering something from the house, which are firing off a good broadside. XcomReborn, losing another Rifleman. He might want to move up, on the side here. Lost another one. 3 Riflemen down to this, although he did manage to force away Inverse's Volksgrenadiers. Pioneers, it looks like he's getting a sniper. Moving up to snipe some Americans right through their head. Looks like he's going for the 2 Volksgrenadier sniper MG start, which he is quite fond of, that Inverse. Points are being secured left and right. So far looks like XcomReborn is holding most of the map. We are not seeing a doctrine for him as of yet. We are on the other hand seeing more Riflemen coming out. No victory point secured, whereas Inverse is already holding one, and a bit more sniper fire engineer down. But the Jeep is fully repaired, so that's not really going to do much to delay that. 3 hours in Gears 42 moving up. Primary machine gun of the German armor. They did also use the MG34, but that was rather shifted out in favor of the MG42, of course. So not really a lot of units by the later stage of the war up there actually had it, and they were actually mostly used for tanks, since they actually fitted in there compared to the MG42. Partly because the MG42 would fire so much that it was quite often in need of barrel change, and it was built for that, but trouble is that's not very practical with an hull MG, so they went for the MG34 there. Pioneers getting engaged in the east. Looks like he might be now trying to strike the building, which is a bit more vulnerable, also a bit beyond the range of the MG42. Yes, indeed, charging in, although we might be getting some sniper fire from in versus sniper. Pioneers getting right off. Mine spot, and of course, note early mines were right there from XcomReborn. He's not waiting to get a minesweeper. He's getting one right away. He's predicting that other will be mines again. That's what usually a more clever player does. He doesn't just wait for hit to hit a mine. He goes for a minesweeper, hoping not to spot a mine that way. We are seeing a small movement up there by Inverse on the west, going for the munitions point right there. Sniper keeps sniping away. BARs up, but the Browning automatic rifle, not the usual thing you might see in response to this. You might see grenades, but BARs, not so much. And usually you might have expected an armored car to sort of deal with this, but no. So of course, question is, how will Inverse react to this, and of course, how will XcomReborn for a lot of this? I mean, Inverse, of course, might go straight for the Sturm Armory and then get a Sturm Armory. Well, Sturm Armory, yes, and then get an armored car to deal with this. That is one of the more common Wehrmacht responses to an early BAR start from an American commander. Fraps being a bit silly, though. Not entirely sure what's up with Fraps these just few days. Weapon support setting going up in response from XcomReborn, though. Might be trying to get a counter sniper himself to shoot Inverse's sniper. We'll see, we'll see.
We're losing a point out there.
Points are being secured. Troops are being moved about. There we go, there we go. A bit up in the west. Looks like he might be planning something, perhaps going for the fuel point right there, although Inverse is not secure. That 1 inch enough. Bunker going up, probably going to be a medic bunker. Doesn't quite have a lot of infantry to really support that, though. That does mean it's going to be a bad choice. Might have recommended a bit behind the building just in case XcomReborn goes for infantry, in which case, of course, he might go for artillery to try and bombard Inverse out of his holes. In that case, the building would absorb the artillery fire. Folks can see here they're getting pushed back. Injury note, he's seeing a mine right here, so XcomReborn is clearly predicting something like this. He might even be expecting Inverse in response to his Browning automatic rifles to go for the armored car. In this case, he's setting up some mines right there, so Inverse can't rush straight into his base. Clearly some possibilities there. Of course, it might also be, following up on the weapon support center in case a sniper needs retreat. The bike, if a bike was on the heels, it would hit the mine. Troops are getting sniped. Troops are getting shot up by the MG42 right there. Troops are reinforcing. Minor losses left and right. Sniper joining in for a bit of fun. 7 kills already. And we are seeing a second MG42 out for him. So Inverse is going for a bit of a heavier initial start. And we are seeing additional mines up from him as well. Jolly good. Still no doctrine though for XcomReborn. More mines right there and there as well. Lots of mines from both sides. That's what we like to see also from the American commander. I mean, it is something a lot of American commanders do neglect, that is laying down mines, preparing for the German counterattack. And that is something that can bite them in the ass. We are seeing Volkskriegs moving in with sniper support against these Riflemen here. 1 man down already. Riflemen are firing away in response. We are seeing weapon support set up as well for XCOM. Engineers and Jeep fighting against the Pioneers right there. Volkskriegs moving in further, more and more. Sniper getting a few more kills. Riflemen on the run. XCOM having a bit of problem advancing, it would seem like. Floating a bit of resources, are we, XCOM? Why are we doing that? Aren't we going to get for that sniper we did perhaps intend when we got a weapon support center or a mortar? I mean, it seems a bit odd, to get a building and then not use it. Just a casual thought there. Points are being secured, rather than moving up on the eastern flank. Pioneers advancing, though, could come under fire. And there we go, the Sturm Army is on up, and I imagine... Hiccup, but no. I imagine that is a heavy armored car we are seeing on the way from the Sturm Armory. Schwerer Panzerspähwagen. Jeep moving up here, could be trying to do a bit of reconnaissance on Inverse's base. Can he see it? Perhaps. Perhaps not, but he... And again, that might be why Inverse built it up here, so it's not so easily spottable. Though again, XcomReborn is probably expecting it. Probably. Volksgunners are taking a line of fire from the Riflemen. And there we go. The heavy armored car is ready with its 20mm auto cannon. Volksgunners and Riflemen, who shall win this fight? Looks like the Riflemen might in fact be losing this fight. No, the Volksgunners retreat. Inverse does not risk it further. MG42 and Volksgunners pulls away some forces in the east as well. And we are seeing an observation post up right here. Clearly, XCOM is anticipating something with fuel. He's still got a lot of manpower floating about. Why are you doing this, XCOM? Why are you floating so many resources? Will you be getting sticky bombs? No. What are you doing? And note, it's actually time to look at Inverse, but of course he's now checking out. I mean, XCOM's base, in fact, he can see everything. He can even see the tank depot going up this very moment. I mean, that is certainly a bit devious. Definitely not helping XcomReborn retain any sort of element of surprise when Inverse just moves up here. Armor car moving up, but we are seeing a destroyed engine. Sadly, though, XcomReborn, so far as we've seen, does not have sticky bomb, which he could otherwise probably quickly knock out. Instead, he's moving up his rifle right next to the armored car. What are you doing, XCOM? What are you doing? Troops are getting sniped at the same time. Damaged engine. Oh, it's completely glowing white there on that little schematic. Tank depot is up, and again, it's not going to be a huge surprise. In fact, Inverse looks to be beginning the response, not a Sturmgeschütz. He is getting the Kriegbergs up, and he's probably going to get the Panzerabwehrkanone then. Bit more of an interesting response. 352nd, they're advancing up, laying down a bit of a defensive cordon around the armored car to ensure it can get repaired quickly before Inverse does something. Well, before XCOM does something naughty to it. Not Inverse. Silly me. Inverse is holding the majority of victory points, though. Things are draining a bit down for XCOM, and let's just speed things up while they both gear up for another offensive, another attack, another assault. Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah. And looks like he is laying up for the western assault. Good. Trying to spread out Inverse's defenses a bit, so it's a bit easier to sort of break through. That's the ticket, matey. Numerous forces are moving towards there. And we are seeing Infantry has been chosen for XCOM. We also see Terror has been chosen for... XCOM has chosen Infantry. Inverse has chosen Terror. Volksgunners is taking a bit of light fire there. Armor car moving in. Getting off some good shots right there. Bit of quiet, and there we go. The first anti-tank gun moving up. Pioneers rushed off there, and lots of mines, in fact, by XCOM. Ooh, Inverse needs to be careful there, although he also has his own mines right there. And there we go, Grenadier squad arrives. Tank destroyers out. Volksgunners moving in. Riflemen coming under excessive fire. No further support, though, from XCOM to these poor chaps, although we might be seeing it now. Tank destroyer moving in. Bike moving in as well, doing a bit of reconnaissance. Inverse is clearly keeping a sharp eye on the base of XCOM to note what he might be doing. Certainly not a bad idea. Volksgunners is taking some nasty losses, getting pushed off. Too many now. Grenadiers there with a Panzerschreck pack moving up. And even moving in there to seize a bit of fuel.
Reporting contact in strength.
He has to be careful, Mr. XcomReborn. Grenadiers holding up behind some heavy cover. Tank destroyer moving into the German base. And some machine gun fire as well. Another Grenadier squad. And calling in artillery on the Sturm Armory, not on the Krieg barracks.
They're losing territory.
Interesting move. Inverse has barely used that one. But he's apparently not want to risk any Nebelwerfer for additional armor cars or Sturmgeschütz. Mine goes off. Panzerschreck detonates a mine, killing a few good riflemen. Bit unfortunate. Armor car pushes in the advantage, leaving XcomReborn a bit exposed. And tank destroyer might in fact be suffering a bit under fire. Anti-tank gun moving in. Grenadiers could also be getting additional Panzerschrecks. And some Grenadiers in return are getting sniped now as well. There we go, tank destroyer retreating. And getting a few engineers as well, going in after that sniper. And spots him. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Careful. Careful, XCOM. Inverse, the sniper moving in. Oh! XCOM got it! Cheeky sod. But he lost his own as well. Engineers going down. But so is the armored car. So Inverse just lost his Sturm Armory. Sniper and his armored car, although he did get a sniper in return. And a lot of riflemen. And now we are seeing the tank destroyer moving up there. And we are... Oh! We got a rifleman on retreat, I think. Or was it an engineer? I can't see it. The corpse seems to have vanished. Of course, I suppose we could do a count. Looks like he might have gotten some engineers. Still, a bit of a nasty thing right there. Second tank destroyer arriving. How shall Inverse react to these minor losses? He's not salvaging the armored car, though, and pushing out on the West Grenadiers, supported by Pack. And no additional packs as of yet. Kampfkraft centers, of course, up. Veterancy for the infantry. Bit of quiet, a bit of harassment, a bit of taking points away from XCOM. Again, both sides are sort of judging each other, trying to figure out where to land that blow. Inverse preparing with additional mines, a bit of barbed wire, perhaps some sandbags will also help him. Medic bunkers not yet been able to really get a lot of losses again. There's not been really huge infantry fights as yet for either side. Although we are now seeing that XCOM has gotten his own medic station. That's good, that's good. What we like to see. What we like to see, anti-tank gun slowly retreating. And there we go, propaganda war. He might be getting closer to King Tiger any moment. Ooh, light engagement here, Grenadiers, false Grenadiers moving in. Anti-tank gun spotted. And we are seeing artillery on that artillery right on the anti-tank gun, or perhaps not quite. Oh, mine goes off, but the anti-tank gun escapes mostly unscathed. Grenadiers suffering a bit. Riflemen suffering in terms of the Volkskriegs veterans. 2 up for the German infantry. No mines right there. Oh! Perfect hit by the Panzerschreck. Damaged engine on the tank destroyer. Other tank destroyer also hit by an anti-tank gun. Riflemen are charging in. I'm not entirely sure what they're hoping to achieve against this force. Losses are being suffered. Getting another kill. And another tank destroyer. Well, the first tank destroyer gone, in fact. Bit of a loss right there for XCOM, though. Ooh, nasty losses for the Pioneers. Lots of mines going off there. Volkskriegs pulling back behind the defensive positions. Looks like we might be seeing a sniper now out for Inverse. We'll of course have to see how that one works out. And he's pushing out for infantry veterancy. He's going to just toughen up, since of course in XCOM largely seems to be relying on some infantry. He has himself no Sherman, so again the infantry will probably be doing most of the fighting, thus veterancy free is going to be a good investment. Put mildly. Riflemen getting shot at, minor losses. Volkskriegs moving up out of the road. And sniper fire from XCOM. And there we go, veterancy free, making German Grenadiers and Volkskriegs even tougher, giving them quite a health bonus. I believe it's about 20%. And we are seeing a half track out for Inverse. Interesting one. Perhaps for some reinforcement at the front, some light support as well, although the 352nd Infantry Division really didn't have any half tracks. That's probably besides the point. There we go, medics pulling in the wounded, and we are seeing a howitzer. Note the positioning. I mean, it's not in the base, it's right next to it, but more specifically, I mean, if you've sort of seen how he operates, I mean, it sort of goes, you know, from here, around here, I mean, it's an arc, and within that sort of arc, at the very core of it, is his howitzer. I mean, it's essentially always going to be in some way surrounded by in-versus troops. It's not going to be something, I mean, XComs, I keep messing those two up, but still, it's not going to be something in, it's just going to be rushing into it. It's going to into a mine, he's going to be hitting into troops. So in that sense, this howitzer is pretty well placed, I think. Again, it's not too exposed, it's not something that Inverse is just going to sort of waltz into and secure. So there we go, the 105mm howitzer. Of course, have to see how that one does. Half-tag moving up to the base, perhaps hoping to have a bit of a look-see. Not quite as much though as the bike. Small engagement over here. Veterancy 3 Grenadiers facing off versus 2 Riflemen squads. Half track, and there we go, right in front of the tank destroyer as well. Nice hit. Pioneers run off. Grenadiers moving up, might be trying to get off a grenade. Veterans 1 for the Riflemen. Granate. 2 Riflemen down. Grenadiers still are retreating.
We are losing ground.
And the tank destroyer is taking heavy fire. We are seeing artillery fire, but for some reason he seems to be firing right there. Ooh, sniper almost dead, but he might have wanted to wait a bit with his artillery. In that case, he might have even been able to hit this, and that would have been absolutely huge. He might have get an anti-tank gun, an MG, or even a bike. So I think that was a case of premature barraging. Weapon support center has... Supply yard has been upgraded. Silly Dane. We're seeing a larger full force moving in there. 3 veterancy 3 forces. Definitely going to help. Ignoring the American medic. Going in against that observation post of XcomReborn. In fact, it's time to have a look at him again. It might even be lost. We're seeing a jeep moving in. We're seeing more forces of XcomReborn moving in to arrive on the scene and sort that out.
We have a secured sector under attack.
Volksgrenadier sniped. Poor Heinz. His good friend Helmut shall now be in tears. Riflemen are pushing up there. Inverse pulling back his Volksgrenadiers, not quite wanting to face off against all of this firepower. Although again, veterancy 3 does render them a lot tougher. And then throw in, you know, seal. Also, there's the the ability or fanatism, whatever it's called. You know, that makes them tough as more men are lost. They are going to be pretty tough in the longer run against Riflemen. Grenadiers just charge into the mess. Tank through the Riflemen. More Riflemen moving in. We are seeing an attempt at getting the sniper by Jeep. Oh, just got wrecked. Riflemen running away. More Riflemen moving in. More will be needed to plug up the situation. I'm not entirely sure. And he's getting more snipers. Is he just going for snipers to just deal with this infantry? That would be a bit excessive and a bit sad if he went for snipers, but there you go. Some people can't be stopped.
We're losing ground out there.
Volksgrenadiers and Grenadiers waiting about. And we are seeing artillery. Getting 2 Volksgrenadiers and the rest running away, but not going to take much more else, I fear. Still, it's better than nothing. German infantry hiding up here. A bit of sandbags could help them against an immediate American assault again. Would be perhaps a bit of an idea, you know. Sandbags, barbed wire, all that does a bit of good. Grenadiers still taking up position here, holding back any American armor as well. Infantry moving up. Snipers could have a good chance of this, though. 2 snipers moving up. This could actually prove to be a huge problem. Half-track arriving. Looks like Inverse is getting himself ready for a larger fight right here. Troops going down in the house, and looks like a Grenadier squad has finally been reformed, though they're coming under fire as well. Snipers sniping away. Grenadiers pulling back, half-track pulling back as well. And some minor Riflemen losses here against the German infantry in the east. And a grenade lobbed. It doesn't really achieve much in this case. Snipers hanging about a bit. Bike moving forwards. Running into the range of the tank destroyer. Tank destroyer misses though. Pretty pathetically. XcomReborn is a bit on the back foot though. He's getting more snipers. He's spamming for snipers. Oh, Grenadiers just getting absolutely snapped away. Oh, it looks like he might be getting them away. Might be. And the bike quickly rushes off, not quite ready to face off against the friendly 52nd. More infantry moving up, more grenadiers, more Volksgrenadiers, fully healed. That'd be tough. If we were to get a Panzer Command down some Knights Cross, they would be even tougher. And will also be reasonably protected against the snipers. Some branches flying past. Engineers in a bit of trouble. And we are seeing more artillery. Oh dear, and just as Inverse was lining up a rather huge force in a short space, would have been an excellent choice right there for some heavy artillery by XCOM, although he might of course rush in and lay down some howitzer fire on this position. Moving in the Jeep and the tank destroyer. Pack fire. Oh, the first shot misses. Heinz, du Dummkopf. And there we go, artillery on the half-tank, on the anti-tank gun. Damaged engine on the half-tank, but it does buy itself some time. German infantry moving in, getting sniped. Let's run from them with snipers. Half-track down, Pioneer suffering heavy losses. And a Pioneer unit is gone. Anti-tank gun gets the half-track. Volksgun is getting heavily sniped. Could be lost, in fact.
We're down one tank destroyer.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, my. Run. Schultz, run. Laufen Sie. Oh, the anti-tank gun sorted out. Panzerjet gets the Jeep, though. Very bloody fighting. More sniper fire. The snipers are just pushing up, doing untold damage to the forces of Inverse. He's lost a half-track, an anti-tank, and numerous infantry troops. And an MG42 as well has been left behind. And already there, XcomReborn has now secured himself an anti-tank gun to use against the forces of the Third Reich. And if he could just secure that MG42 as well, it's going to be very much harder for Inverse to actually make a movement. He's now getting a fourth bloody sniper. Oh, goodness gracious. This is sniper spam, not what we like to see. And hopefully again something that will be fixed in coming years too. Oh, direct hits on the Krieg barracks. This could also be a problem, although he might of course just be able to get some troops there. Mines hit, Riflemen taking losses. Secure that MG42. And there we go, adding into the arsenal of XcomReborn, using the weapons of Inverse against him.
Our forces are taking casualties.
Oh, Rifleman squad is lost. Oh dear, the tragedy. And these snipers need some healing, but there's no tree. I send up another engineer squad on the way. Grenadiers getting heavily hit by MG fire. Although squad might be going down, the Grenadiers might also soon be suffering untold losses. The MG though needs to get away. Get away, get away. Everyone in fact here needs to retreat. Snipers are moving up though. Retreat. Come on, XCOM. No, he lost his own. He's down to one rifle squad. Oh, XCOM, you silly person. Why? Grenadiers getting sniped, and he's calling down artillery right on the spot. Perhaps something to protect his. Oh, ow! That was just insanely lucky. He wasn't even calling in and just hits the periphery. And oh, right, I just casually got your sniper. Oh, that's just inhumane. Half-track rushing in, but there's nothing for it to salvage. Engineers moving up. Their only thing to stop it is a bike. Oh dear, will the bike be able to stop it? A huge reversal for Inverse right there. Heavy infantry losses, heavy all sorts of losses. Troops getting reinforced on the end. It's not really a lot to reinforce anymore. And he's getting additional tank destroyers, but he's lacking infantry. He needs boots on the ground. And firing away at the Krieg bags, ensuring that perhaps Inverse cannot train any additional ones. That was definitely a bit of a nasty surprise right there. Volksgunners are securing the victory point in the center. No veterancy for the howitzers as of yet, only 3 kills, trying to take that central victory point. Grenadiers and Volksgunners dealing with these riflemen quite nicely. Grenade blowing up the fence, but nothing else really. And there we go, the sniper squad moving up. 4 men. Oh, with Lee Enfield, no, Springfield rifles, in fact, something. Propaganda wall forcing away the riflemen and protecting that central victory point for Inverse. In fact, let's go have a look at him. And he's very close to getting a King Tiger. Very, very close. Of course, he's constantly enforcing, so he might not get it right away. But there might soon be a Königstiger. And there might soon be a surprise for you, my dear viewers. He's also now going for the right-hand side of the propaganda doctrine.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
Victory point, a strategic point being secured. XcomReborn is one for moving in. Grenadiers. Oh dear. And thing to note, I mean, as soon as they get above veterancy 2, they are easy targets for snipers. And there we go. 4 men can pretty much wipe out a Grenadier squad. So for this is actually a huge problem for Inverse. And there we go. Königstiger. And yes, indeed, I have had it slightly modified. And yes, it can be used in multiplayer, by the way, I believe. Still, Königstiger with the Henschel turret up, which I think looks a bit more spiffy than the other one. This one looks a bit more solid, a bit more impressive and daring. Huzzah, hurrah. So there we go, Königstiger on the move. To save the day for the 352nd. If Inverse were to get a Pant tier 4, he could get some Stukas of Fuss up there. King Tiger coming under fire, but the Pack 38 can't do anything. Oh, King Tiger fires off a nice shot. And there we go. Anti-tank gun cleared out by the mighty Königstiger. Königstiger advances. Misses the tank destroyer. Oh dear. 4 snipers moving about. They are definitely not going to be a challenge to the King Tiger and its might. How to fire. Oh, getting some Grenadiers. Getting that perhaps in the half track. Small advance up here. Getting stymied a bit. King Tiger, though, it looks like he might be on a specific mission to get that anti-tank gun. And, oh yeah, mine hit. Damaged engine. Tank soldier getting after some shot veterans. 1 for the howitzer. And he's calling in artillery, I think, directly on the King Tiger. Oh, goodness gracious. Inverse rushing in his King Tiger. Taking heavy damage, heavy losses. Engineers trying to repair. They need to get it away. He's going to lose that tank destroyer. Riflemen retreating. Main gun destroyed. Ah, my voice. Out of control. The tank destroyer is gone. It's a clear path for the Königstiger. Grenadiers are moving up with Panzerschrecks. Hard tracks penetrating elsewhere. MG42 snipers in trouble. Grenadiers though getting sniped. Oh goodness gracious, he could be losing a Grenadier squad. Although he might also lose some snipers himself to the half track. And howitzer knocked out by the Königstiger. Volkskriegs moving up, getting hit by the MG42, getting suppressed. And trying to get those American snipers. I think he's already gotten 2 with the half track, or at least 1. Then again, what happened to some of the others? And there we go, propaganda war. Sticky bomb on the King Tiger. What is this? Could be an off-map combat group. It is an off-map combat group. Anti-tank gun, riflemen, a mortar. But XcomReborn has definitely lost a lot of snipers now. That's a huge loss. That's, I mean, pretty much 3 snipers. That's 1,000 manpower he's just lost there in the blink of an eye. Anti-tank gun setting up, probably with armor-piercing rounds. Half track gone. And we are seeing a firestorm getting called in. How do you counter sniper spammers Wehrmacht? Well, there's not a lot of snipers really left. So I suppose a half track is one way of doing it. Doesn't help that XCOM doesn't really have a lot of infantry to shield units. King Tiger getting covered in sticky bombs. MG42 keeping things suppressed. Anti-tank gun keeps firing. Oh, it's a pack. Oh, I thought it was the 57mm. Never mind then. No, he actually has 2 snipers. Never mind then. That's just Dane being silly. Silly Dane. Rifleman. Oh, getting slaughtered. XcomReborn. What are you doing? King Tiger, though, really taking some damage. Mortar setting up. Inverse, though, has bled a lot. Lots of infantry gone. Might be losing more. MG42 in the building, though. Definitely not going to hold up against a King Tiger. And there we go. Snipers make a swift run for it. And mortar fire against the Volkskriegs in the center. Anti-tank are going to get cleared out. He's not careful. Volksgun's equipped with BARs. Oh, mine goes off, getting another Volksgun, suppressing the Grenadiers at the very same time, rendering them easier targets too. Oh dear. Might be getting another Grenadier squad though very soon. Snipers moving up. And there we go. King Tiger taking further farther. Grenadiers getting sniped again. Veterancy 3-for-1 squad. One man. Looks like he might be lining up for another off-map combat group. Pretty much also his only chance at survival here. Grenadiers continue to be sniped. Anti-tank gun has been cleared out. MG cleared out. Grenadiers reformed. Looking a bit grim for XCOM. However, shall he get back from this? Again, it looks like the off-map combat group is his only salvation. Grenadiers snipe, and let's go have a quick brief look then, see how close he is. Yes, indeed, he's going to get it any moment soon, and there we go. Well, that probably wasn't what he was looking for. One anti-tank gun, one rifleman squad, one mortar, one MG. Snipers continue the sniping. Anti-tank gun. Oh, wait, he did one, but then actually didn't survive the firestorm. The firestorm. King Tiger, the advances. Inverse is getting incredibly bold, a bit cocky perhaps even with this King Tiger, although it could soon turn around if that anti-tanker moves up with his armor piercing rounds. And there we go. King Tiger trying to get back. Inverse is not yet to bother trying repairing it. Sticky bombs, and there we go. The anti-tanker is within range. Mortar fire. Infantry trying to cover the retreat of the King Tiger. Sniper fire adding in as well. And a Grenadier squad was lost on the periphery. King Tiger immobilized right in front of the anti-tank gun. Riflemen need to get out of there. Sook, get out of there. King Tiger's in dire trouble. Grenadiers are in dire trouble. Everything of Inverse at the front is currently in dire trouble. King Tiger is very close to going up in flames, I fear. One shot with the anti-tank gun. No. Oh dear. Mortar rounds firing. Volksgun is getting sniped. Saving the anti-tank gun just in time. Volksgun is getting suppressed by the 30 caliber. And there we go. Oh! The King Tiger got the crew, and he got... Oh dear, oh dear. 352nd though is holding on, but they have lost a lot of their support, and the one King Tiger sent in to aid them is now gone. They shall receive no further heavy armor support, I fear. Smoke going down.
The Yankees are grabbing our territory.
Riflemen close to getting suppressed, and yes, you will be getting all of this, you know, including all the other tank skins once I get done updating them. I just want, you know, laying up once, so that's going to mean it's done. I do it when I've gotten it all updated as best as I can. So that might take a bit of time, but still, you'll have something to look forward to until that. Engineers getting suppressed. Mortar fire against the Riflemen. Grenadiers suffering sniper fire. Lots of smoke. You mostly see it on Langres here when you want to actually try and hold this point, when there's a lot of firing going on there. More smoke, and of course the MG in response can actually suppress these troops either. Riflemen. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Looking very close, and also pretty much the King Tiger was the real reason I wanted to play this one, because, well, there wasn't really another replay that did have a King Tiger I could show. So yeah. Hope you liked it. More mortar fire. Inverse holding out reasonably well. And XCOM is very low on victory points. Snipers are moving up. Medic station hasn't really been able to push up a lot of Riflemen. Full assault up the center. There's nothing really left to hold back this push. Although clearly Inverse is working on it, getting another sniper. Shooting the medics. Volksgun's Grenadiers trying to deal with that. No MG42s though, or LMGs. Mortar could do with pulling out a bit. In fact, both mortars could be. That could really prove a problem for Inverse and his advances snipers as well. MG moving up. XCOM needs to be aggressive now. He needs to push hard with both mortars, with pretty much everything he can muster. definitely these two mortars up there, close to the front line. Sniper moving up. Volkswagen is moving out on the west. Medics getting shot at. In the center, more specifically, I suppose. MG fire right there. Let's go have a look at XCOM again. Lots of fuel, but no real use for it. So again, that observation post just seems, honestly, like a bit of a waste of manpower to me, which could have been used elsewhere. Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers are moving up. More artillery from the first in an attempt to hold back the 352nd. Grenadiers are moving up. They are taking heavy fire again. Why that other mortar hasn't been pulled up. It's a bit beyond. Oh, there we go. Pulling up the mortars. Volksgrenadiers getting shot at. The King Tiger providing nice cover for the MG though. The Schweres MG 240. German sniper hanging about there. Looks like he might be going for another off-map combat group to provide him with the forces to hold this point. But again, Inverse is just trying to move forward, take it before he's completely getting ground down, because he is getting ground down. The snipers really hit the attrition button, and it's been a bit of a problem there for Inverse to get back. Although the King Tiger was able to do quite a bit of nice damage. American sniper gone. German sniper runs and bike down. Inverse is not in good position. It looks like his Volksgrenadiers are actually doing most of the work at this stage of the fight, in particular since they're both equipped with BARs. Quite a few, in fact. Lots of mortars flying away, probably doing their best to hold back the German infantry. Advance the delay the advance, not advance the delay. That sounds very silly. And we are seeing replacement snipers. Oh, why didn't he go for another off-map combat group? Now he's going for supply. Just get another off-map combat group. You need more boots on the ground. Just rush it. Oh dear, I think that could be what might cost XcomReborn this game. They're just going for a sniper and another supply upgrade instead of an off-map combat group. There's a time for everything. But there's also a time for, reinforcing the front line, and that is what he desperately needs. I mean, he's just had several of his support weapons cleared out, and he barely has an infantry. He does need more snipers, he needs more infantry, he needs more everything. And he's not really getting much out of that supply upgrade either, I think. He's doing his best, of course. Again, I really think that off-map combat group would have won him the game, perhaps even. But then again, I suppose you could have lost him, but I really think that has lost him game, not going forward. Grenades, propaganda war. There we go, supply upgrade. Grenadiers moving up on the flank, trying to clear out that last American mortar. Die Granatenwerfer. We are seeing mines going down, we are seeing grenades trying to stop that. Bit of a shame there. Lots of mines, and there we go, MG getting snapped. Oh, Grenadiers hitting a mine. Volksgrenadiers moving up on the other side. A last ditch effort. Perhaps not. Grenadiers, medics moving in. Volksgrenadiers moving on the other flank. Might be trying to steal some weapons from XCOM, or at least just try to flank his positions. Sniper fire. And where are XCOM snipers? Retreating, run off by the Volksgrenadiers. Grenadiers running off. Mines going off. Grenadier squad down for Inverse. Could we be seeing a grenade? Could we soon be seeing an off-map combat group? Volksgrenadiers suffering heavy losses. Central victory point could be taken now by Inverse, unless of course the mortars keep it clear. More sniper fire. There go the off-map combat group. Tank destroyer, 2 rifleman squads, and a mortar. That could be what he needs. More mortar fire. Tank destroyer rushing in, coming in under fire, going in for that central victory point again. Sniper fire, trying to get the German sniper. Rifleman squad reformed. A huge surge just gone in. Now he's all of a sudden has 5 rifleman squads. He's pushing in. He's pushing hard. Inverse is barely holding on.
Enemy unit down.
units going down left and right. However, will Invers... Oh, he's sneaking in from behind, going for the other victory point. Will XCOM be able to hold back on that? Grenadiers. Oh, there he could be losing another Grenadier squad. This is definitely looking to be a very desperate infantry fight for Invers. Barely got anything left. What's probably holding him in this fight is the veterancy free for the infantry, although again some early armor might have helped as well. Riflemen getting pushed away.
We have a threat to our victory point.
Infantry getting sniped. Those snipers are proving to be a huge problem. 46 kills. 7 kills. That's a bit anticlimactic. Oh, there you go. Mortars keep firing away. Keep peppering away at the German positions. The German advances. Very difficult for Invers around the breakthrough. It seems like more Grenadiers, more Fultz Grenadiers, more BARs, more everything. And there we go, another mine, although it really does huge damage to it. XCOM's Riflemen right in that case. Grenadiers that are pushed back. Going for that central victory point. Getting to be very close fought. One Sherman could in fact turn things around for XCOM by definitely dealing with the infantry much more easily. In particular since it looks like he's got absolutely no anti-tank guns. Invers has no anti-tank guns. If XCOM was to get a Sherman basically just moving up, he could win, but no! No! Oh goodness gracious, Invers has just been able to hold that central victory point just a few more seconds longer. And there we go, a very close fought fight. It could have gone either way several times, but in the end though, Invers was able to strangle XCOM very, very, very slowly. Despite XCOM's best attempts to rather strangle down Invers himself. So of course, I mean, the question sort of was, what lost XCOM the fight? I mean, it was rather think, you know, it was the observation post. I mean, there were several times where he built something and then he didn't really get the full usage out of it. At least not right away, which I do think is a bit of a mistake. He also could have done with at least one Sherman at one stage, I think, and also, you know, some places he shouldn't have loaded resources. I mean, it was all those little small things that you snowballed into basically his defeat. I mean, he was very close, but again, you know, those mistakes rather just kept him away. And Invers basically just held on tooth and nail, fighting hard. I mean, he definitely made a mistake by rushing in that King Tiger on its own. In fact, it ended up proving a huge asset for XCOM since it allowed him some heavy cover right there. Then again, XCOM could have done with some sandbags and barbed wire. I mean, I think Invers might have held out had he either rebuilt that Sturm Army or got himself a Panzer Command, perhaps some rockets on that half-track or some Panzers might have seen him through a bit better, but he won nonetheless. So there you go. Do hope you enjoyed this game. Do hope you enjoyed the new King Tiger. And if you did, why not subscribe, tell your friends, and if you didn't, well, why not send in a replay of your own. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.